read all of the chemistry and biochemistry metabolic textbooks that you can. Really prepare yourself for that. Prepare yourself not to really learn much about being a dietitian, so as long as you can get your head across that, that's fine. And then I would start following people in dietetics. Really, you should be doing that from the outset, and start making connections with people as best you can, early as you can. Carbohydrates, really, collectively, they are good mood boosters because they do help the body or make the body feel good. They release serotonin. It also contains quite a lot of foods like vitamins and minerals that obviously then boost mood as well. Outside of that, some specific ones would be foods that contain the amino acid tryptophan, so things like turkey, chicken as well. Dairy can also be really, really beneficial source of nutrients that boost mood too. And in terms of other things that can help mood, definitely oily fish, so salmon, sardines, mackerel, tuna can also help. But collectively, you need to work with the whole diet, not just specifically, I'm going to have 5 tins of tuna every day and my mood is going to be brilliant. You need to work on the whole diet strategy as well as just shoving food in. Yeah, definitely. So lack of sleep. Everyone needs a significant amount of sleep every day to restore, recover and repair. So that will definitely. Ongoing stress and repeated stress and worry can reduce your ability to sleep, which then has a flow-on effect and potentially just reducing your ability to cope and have a high tolerance, so that might increase someone's risk of getting sick. Nutrition, we know if you're under eating significantly, that can definitely increase your risk of immune deficiency. And the same overeating as well, particularly if you're overeating foods that don't really improve your health, then they can also put you at an increased risk. How do I engage with them? How do I talk to them?
Yeah.
Really, and then outline recommendations for that client that they're buying for. As I said, if you've got a client that's got lots of complexities, just like step it out, make it really specific, give them really small changes, and then you can be thinking big overarching goal, like am I actually working towards that? And as long as you know that, then you can give them as really small incremental steps, and focusing on that makes it a little bit clearer and easier for you to do your job. Bring the client's goals, objectives, and particulars around them as a person into your recommendations. So when we're giving clients recommendations, if you're just saying, okay, cool, so I want you to have an orange for morning tea. Good idea. Maybe I like the orange. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe citrus flares my gout. Maybe I won't do that. But if you come in and like, okay, so at morning tea, I want you to have an orange because instead of that, you were normally having 2 Carmen's Delight gourmet nut bars, and that is literally going to halve you about 3/4 of the energy. And you said to me at the beginning that you really wanted to lose weight. That's why I've suggested the orange. Prepare yourself not to really learn much about being a dietitian, so as long as you can get your head across that, that's fine. And then I would start following people in dietetics. Really, you should be doing that from the outset, and start making connections with people as best you can, early as you can.
So the first year of uni stuff, just to continue on from what Peter said, it's around like recognizing that all of these subjects that Peter said that are not going to be related to dietetics, they're not, but at the same time they're a good foundation, and you need to realize that you need to go through that shit before you get to the end. And I feel like with university, the way it's structured, it's not the best because you really want to do those nutrition subjects, but the science subjects kind of weed out the people that maybe really want it or those that don't. So realize it's just a stepping stone. You need to do it. It's a foundation once you've gone through the basic subjects in the first usually 2 years. So it's a slow grind, but it's worth it.
Onion, cabbage. Why? Heaps of prebiotic fibers in there that stimulate the production of short chain fatty acids, which are very good for all facets of health. They have heaps of prebiotics, so they're my favorite to start with. My next favorite would be something purple, so it would be a beetroot or a purple carrot or purple onions. They are also really important just because we don't have a lot of purple foods in our diet. They have a specific antioxidant that is very uniquely beneficial for our health as well. And then second, I would shove in anything orange. So pumpkin and carrot are probably my pinnacle. They're lower in kilojoules than sweet potato, and they're packed full of vitamin A, which is a really, really essential nutrient for immune health and nerve conduction. So as a dietitian, you're the facilitator, you're not the motivator. When we're working with clients, it's their responsibility to motivate themselves, but you've got to provide them goals and recommendations that are actually achievable, because achieving goals is relatively motivating in itself. So you don't need to motivate people, you just need to adjust your recommendations so they feel motivated by the fact that they're actually getting somewhere.
As a dietitian, how do you know when you should refer on or when to stick with the client and build your skills?
If there's nobody else to refer to, so let's say you are working in a country town and there's just not a lot of options, well then build your skills. But if there are other people to refer to and potentially someone better and better placed, well then definitely refer on. But you always should be building your skills, so focus on doing that and see where you go, because I mean, outside of reading books, seeing clients is one of the best things that you can do to build your skill set. And even if you don't have the answers, it certainly doesn't mean that you're a bad dietitian or you don't have the skills. It just means that maybe you need to see some more clients of similar nature. So if you completely hand them off all the time, you're never going to be able to build those skills. So do your basics well, and then build those little individual skills by going back to the books and seeing clients and doing that on repeat.